All right, welcome to live stream viewers tuning in today. About to get started with Ocala Bomber here. All right, gentlemen, roll them off. You're going to have about a minute on the clock here for warm-ups. Caution in 3. Once again, my marshals should be Phil Edwards, Mike Raines, Brandon Vasquez, Gator Heist, Bradley Crispino, Steve Vasquez. I see Phil and Brandon out there. I need 2 more. I don't care which 2. All right, gentlemen, slow it down, slow it down. Oh, let's get them in order here. Mr. Mark's going to jump out there, I guess. Mark, you got other guys who are supposed to be doing it. Mr. Whoa. All right. Like Mr. Steve's going to go out there. Tag in with Mark. All right, the order's going to be John Cole, Luke Smith, Richard Doyle, Charles Lazer. Let's roll it off. See what these boys can do today. Here we go. All right, after 30 seconds, Luke Smith out there in front, getting sideways down the back straightaway, rocking that blue, black, and yellow scheme. Oh, Cola gives him the elbow and pays for it. He was in second. Charles is in third. Oh, he spins out in turn 3. Maybe a little too much grip on that right front. We'll see. It's Richard up to second now. Richard rocking the copper, number 45 Camaro out there. Charles in the third, Cola to fourth. Cola in the orange, number 5. Go high in 1 and 2. High in 1 and 2. Luke in second. Now Luke taking over the lead. Let's see what happens here. Oh, Richard spins out of 2. Let's see if there's any contact. Ocala Bomber Heat 2 up next. Come on down. Gonna be Mike Raines, Charles or Chad Lazat, Jason Wagner, Tim Emery. And yes, all you guys will be in the A main tonight. $155 down, $205 to go, just about halfway. Luke Smith with a 6.6, Cola 6.5, Charles with a 6.51. Last time by, new fast lap for the group, and Mr. Richard with a 6.8. So all these guys are not far apart. Just doing it consistently. Top 3 on a 33 lap pace. Richard back about a lap at the line right now. He's got to find a couple more clean, hot laps out there to get back into this one. Very late start today because I'm on double secret probation too. Luke Smith, new fast lap, 6.61 for himself. Cola, 6.44 for the group. New fast lap for the group, that is. .34 lap pace now for Luke and John. Luke showing the way by 4 seconds over Cola. Charles crossing the line there, back 2.8 in third. Mr. Richard back up, still about a lap in fourth. Never give up, because you never know what happens to somebody else. Once again, Ocala Bomber Heat 2, you're up now. Remember, after this, drivers, your cars go on the table and you head back out the track to Marshall. If you need to worry about your motor temperature, bring your temp gun with you. Doyle stepping up with a 6-0, but spinning out right after the line. Luke now with a 6.55 previous lap. Still on a 34.401. He's etching up there to that 35 lap run, which is pretty good for these conditions. That is time. Drivers, race it out, race it out. Looking for Cola and Doyle. And shut it down. Luke Smith taking it 34.4 flat, missed it by 0.2. Cola back 6 seconds in second with 34 laps as well. Charles and Richard with 32 laps apiece. All right, once again, cars down on the table. Head back out the track to Marshall. If you're watching online, jump in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Gentlemen, the red light is on. Let's get him checked in and park it. All right, all my drivers are checked in. The 1-2 marshals out there. Who else are we missing? All right, as soon as Luke jumps out there, we'll turn you guys loose. All right, gentlemen, roll it off. You got 90 seconds on the clock. Mr. Charles, go down to the far end. Looks like most of our crew figured it out. Probably a good day to have a hat on of some sorts. Be under a tent, under some shade. All right, gentlemen, last call for any adjustments. Last call for any adjustments. All right, looks like these boys are ready with what they have. Mike Rain's going to lead us off, followed by Chad, Jason, and Tim. Here we go. Chad throwing a little elbow in there. Uh-oh. Plenty of time, guys. Plenty of time. Aim in the game is get down in the groove, get that car to work in the groove, because that's where you're going to want to be all day. Once we got out the 2.5-inch double jacket hose, this track ain't gonna get enough moisture on it today, I don't think. Too hot out. All right, let's run down some fast laps here. 45 seconds into this. Mr. Jason Wagner out there in that blue 78. Showing the way right now. New fast lap for him. 6.643 last time by. On a 35-lap run here. TQ pace. Mr. Tim Emery in second. Back a lap at the line. Make that 5.2 seconds. Now Mike Raines in third by 3.6. Chad back just under a lap. Just over lap maybe. Rocking the black and red, number 11. He's new fast lap for him, 7.6 there. Tim's got a 6.9. Mike with a 6.5. Wag stepped up to a 6.45 on lap 8 about 3 laps ago. Oh, and he drives into the side of his pit buddy, and they get tangled up. That's going to cost him some time here. Don't forget, let your friends and family know they can watch online, rcscoringpro.com, YouTube, Facebook, and our Facebook group, Newred Hobbies and Race Facility. Chad back up your corners a little bit. Going in too hot. Two 25 down, 135 to go. Wag still showing the way. Mr. Tim in second right now. Mike Raines back 9/10 in third. Chad behind him by a lap and change. Short course late model, you are up next. Looking for Mark Gagne, John Carpenter, Charles Lazat, Mike Raines, Luke Smith, Gator Heiss. Wag still showing the way, 35.404, that is TQ pace here. Top qualifier. Release the first round. Mike Raines up to second now. Mr. Tim back 2.9 in third. Both on a 32-lap pace. Now Raines up to a 33. Chad on a 29. $15 seconds. That is time, drivers. Race it out. And shut it down. Wag's going to take it 35.402. Stepping that up a couple of seconds there. Maybe a whole lap. And it's all said and done. Mike Raines with 33. Going to put it 4th overall. Tim Emery, 32 laps. Going to put it 6th at the moment. Chad with 29. Going to put it 8th. All right, short course late model down and check them in. No hot laps, gentlemen, no hot laps. Red light is on. Once we get marshals out there, we'll give you time. That's why it's important to put your car down and get back out to marshal. All right, we got a couple transponders out there that are unknown. So let's see. I need Mr. Gator, turn around across the line for me one more time. Try it again. Thank you. All right. Mark out there yet? Check in for me, Mark. You're good. Mr. Mike Raines is coming out. Mr. Charles come out. Luke, are you out there? No? All right. Looks like my marshals are starting to come on out. Mr. Chad checking in for me. Mr. Charles, wow. All right, you're good. Mr. Mike. Oh, he's still playing with it. All right, we got Tim out there. We got Chad out there. Who else are we missing from Marshalls? Mike's in this race. And Wags. He's out there. Mr. Tim, jump in the infield. We'll put Cole in the outfield over here. That'll work. Thank you, gentlemen. Really appreciate it. All right, gentlemen, you can turn them loose. You got a minute 15 on the clock here. Looks like everybody's ready to rock and roll. The order is going to be Mark, John, Charles, Mike Raines, Luke Smith, Gator Heist. Once again, Mark Gagne, John Carpenter, Charles Lazat, Mike Raines, Luke Smith, Gator Heist. Here we go. Remember, you're on your own clock when you cross the line. All right, guys, let's calm down a little bit. Got plenty of time. Charles, let's calm down a bit. That's twice now. All right, about a minute into it, Mike Raines showing the way, 38.402. Luke Smith back half a second. Gator behind him by quarter second. Charles back 4 seconds fourth. Carpenter 4/10 and fifth. Gagne back about a lap and 6 at the moment. Maybe. Changing too fast here. Yeah, a little overlap for him. 130 down, 230 to go. Your leader, Luke Smith, now out somewhere out there in the black and white 21. Now Gator taking over the lead. He's rocking the blue, white, and green, fluorescent yellow, whatever you want to call it. Caution 2, caution 2. Mark taking the past champions groove out there. No cushion out there today. Caution down front straight, caution on front straight. Wags behind you. All right, you heard it there, 2 to go. Gator showing the way on a 38 lap run here. Number 15. Blue, white, fluorescent yellow. Luke in second. The black and white 21. Mike Raines in the black, silver, and green number 10. Carpenter somewhere out there. He's rocking the 99. Black, orange, and white. Charles in the I don't know what we're calling it this week. Purple and gray, purple and cream. Mark's got the black and fluorescent yellow, 65. 110 to go. Up next, Sportsman. Definitely looking like a blue or an M3 out there this afternoon. "35 seconds. Caution on the front straight, and it's clear. 5 seconds. Oh no, Gagne having a problem. Looks like he's dead or something came loose. Just pull it off. That is time, drivers. Oh, he picked. Oh, he just lost the link. Looking for Luke. Finish out here and shut it down. Gator taking it 39-4 flat. Missed it by less than a tenth. Luke with 38. Charles 36. Carpenter 36. Reigns 36. Pretty tight there. Mark out after 31. All right, boys and girls, looks like we're going to take a quick pause for the cause here. All right, gentlemen, cars down. Let's get them checked in. Marshall should be coming on out here already. All right, all right, all right. Mr. Get, all right, let's get Mr. Carpenter check in for me one more time, please. All right, Mr. Mark. And Mr. Richard. All right, plenty of guys on that last race. The 3 marshals out here. All right, gentlemen, turn them loose. You got a minute 20 on the clock here. All right, Charles is out here, Gator's out here, Luke's out here. Carpenter's in this race, Mark's in this race. We get one volunteer to help Luke down at the far end, that'd be great. All right, drivers, last call for any adjustments. All right, Luke's going to man up and cover everything down there for us. Only because I know you guys are good enough not to be wrecking out there. Shouldn't be doing anything that's, maybe is spinning out here or there. Nobody should be upside down. Should be, but you know how that goes. All right, the order's Carpenter, Thompson, Loyacona, Gagnon, Bronick, Doyle. 3 feet apart, guys. 3 feet apart. Once again, Carpenter, Thompson, Loyacona, Gagnon, Bronick, Doyle. Pat is third. Pat is third. Pat hasn't been out here to race in a while, guys. Cut him a little slack. All right, now we're looking better. Mr. Bronick, you're up in front of the orange car. Here we go. Remember, it doesn't really matter until you cross the line. Caution out 2. And we're clear. Like George's body's catching the tires there a little bit, locking up the rears. Maybe throwing it for a loop. We'll see with 40 seconds into this. Carpenter showing the way that, he's got a different body this week. I guess he's got an indoor body and an outdoor body. That white, black, and orange, number 99, showing the way. Chris Thompson in the Mud Boss in second. He's running the orange, white, and blue, number 48. Thing's trying to pick up the left front tire. Mr. Pat in third in the very sharp white, red, and black number 88. Rocking the chrome rims here. Always getting a little love tap from his residential buddy. They live in the same complex together. It's gonna be a rough week back at Summer Glen. Whatever it is, I forget. Mark Gagnon in fourth. Let's see if we can't find him out there. He's in the white, number 56, spun out in turn 1 and 2. Pat down to fifth now. Richard up to third. Richard in the all orange, number 45. George in the tracks, the OEM truck body on it, looks like. Oh, Mark just giving him the what for. Just about mugged him. They're on the stand together. Feel free to reach over and give them a little elbow. Let them know you're watching. We're kidding. We're kidding. Carpenter on a 36-lap pace. Thompson on a 36-lap pace. Good battle between these two. They're separated by 2 seconds at the line. Richard back about a lap in third right now. Pat behind him a little bit more. Trying to find him. Caution in three and fourth. And we're clear. So Pat back a lap and maybe a little bit more. No, 8 seconds. Mark in 5th still. Mark out in the dust out there. Got to stay down in that groove. It's too far out. Up next, Buggy Late Model. Last race of the round. Oh, Carpenter got sent a message. See if he's holding on to that lead here. It's going to be close. And Mr. Chris taking it over by 1.7 at the line. Caution in one, go high into one. High into one, drivers. Now low into one. Like it's still about 1.1 seconds between Chris and John at the line. Now it's 1.2. John's definitely got to get in front of him here to get a chance. Caution in 3. Caution on back straight. Go low on the back straight. We're clear. That is time, drivers. Looking for Mark and George to finish out here and shut it down. Chris Thompson going to hold on to that one. 36.405 by 1 second over John Carpenter. Chris had a 6.5 fast lap. Carpenter with a 6.12. Richard in third with 33 laps. The 6.4. Ganya, 31 laps with a 6.5. Loyakona, 30 laps with a 6.7. George with 27 laps and a 6.9. All right, let's get some transponders checked in here. I need Mr. I'll have to sort these out. Just a moment. All right, we're looking for Gator, Bradley, Steve, Phil, Mike, and Brandon. Get your cars out here. Slow them down, gentlemen. Let's get... Everybody park on the back straight for me real quick. And then we will get Mr. Gator to cross the line first. Mr. Gator, check it in for me. Make sure we got their transponders on the right cars here. All right, Mr. Bradley. All right, Mr. Steve, are you out there? Across the line for me. Oh, he's still coming. All right, Mr. Phil. All right. Mr. Brandon, if you're out there, across the line for me. No Brandon yet. All right, Mr. Steve will do it. Thank you, sir. All right, looks like we're doing all right with marshals. Mr. Brandon, check it in for me real quick. Give you guys about a minute of warm-ups here in just a moment. All right, he's good to go. All right, gentlemen, you got a minute on the clock. Turn them loose. Spread them out. Turn them loose. Oh yeah, we totally forgot to go over the rules about when your car goes in the infield. Do not hit that throttle, do not hit that brakes, do not throw those rocks everywhere. Got enough of those on the track as it is right now. All right, gentlemen, last call for any adjustments. Thank you, Mr. Chris. Appreciate it. All right, guys, reminder, Mr. Steve's out there trying to work on his super late model programs. Cut him a little slack. We saw him go in the first turn there in the first lap, and he was out taking out Carpenter. Got a lot of power in there. It's tough to control, though he's learning. So we'll cut him a little slack here, guys. The order is going to be Gator. Excuse me, no, correct. Incorrect. Phil Edwards, Mike Raines, Brandon Vasquez, Gator Heights, Bradley Crispino, Steve Vasquez. We're going to take about 2 laps here so I can double check these transponders. It's looking decent. But guys, you're on your own clock. Not the end of the world if you don't cross the line at a certain time. And Mr. Steve letting the crowd go by. Gonna see his car, one of the two. All right, these are off-road buggies with late model bodies on them. Running 17.5 rated motors. All supposed to be on the Aurora approved list. Running the Roar Blinky speed control mode. So no timing in the speed control. Caution to one, caution to one. Go low in the one, low in the one. At the line, showing Gator Heights on the 39.405. Out there in that blue, white, fluorescent yellow number 15. Car is not rolling over whatsoever. He's got that thing beating the heck out of those tires right now. Brandon Vasquez in second. In the orange and blue. Bradley Crispino in third. He is in the white and black, if I'm not mistaken, with the orange wheels. Maybe there's a little light blue on that. Mike Raines in third in the black, silver, and green number 10. Excuse me, in fourth. Mr. Phil in fifth. Phil's out there in the white number 28. Red stripe on the bottom of it. And Steve got the flame job with the blue backing on it, number 9. So Gator, Brandon now to second, Mike Raines third, Bradley fourth. Gator on a 38 lap run here, Brandon and Mike on a 35, Bradley on a 34, Phil on a 31 now, up a lap, Mr. Vasquez on 28. Steve way out there in the dust, definitely got to keep it down in the groove, guys. Dry conditions here during the day, you got to be down in that groove or it's over. So some of you old guys realize when the off-road guys come out here, this is kind of what they race in all day, every day outdoors in the sun. They get good at it. Got to be in that groove. $1:10 to go with Gator, Brandon, Mike Raines, Bradley, Phil, and Steve at the line. Oh, your leader stuck into the pipe. Caution on the back straight. Sorry about that. Didn't see it. And we are clear. Once again, if you're watching online, jump in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Fast laps, Gator Heist 5'9", Brandon 6'0", Mike Rain 6'2", Bradley 6'2", Phil 6'2", Steve 6'4". Caution and one, stay off the line, and you're clear. Ten seconds to go. That is time, drivers. Race it out, race it out. Looking for Bradley and Steve. And shut it down. Gator going to take it 38.404. Mike with 35. Brandon 35. Bradley 35. Like those guys are separated by about 4.5 seconds. Phil with 31 laps and Steve with 30. That is it for the first round, gentlemen. I think we're going to take a 15-minute break here. Track may or may not be open. We'll see what WAG says. All right, it's going to be open for at least part of that break. I'm going to set up the next round. No resort. Nothing changes for the second round, gentlemen. It'll be all the same order. Track now open for practice. We'll get started back at 2:45 for round 2. Looks like a heavy flock of birds just flew over. Mr. Sticks put, or not, wow, Mr. Sticks, wow, crazy. Mr. Wags put down a little moisture. Hopefully they keep the track together and keep the tires from burning off in one run. All right, so my drivers for that first race start heading this way. Once again, Ocala Bombers start heading this way, please. Ocala Bomber, Heat 1 and 2. Luke Smith, John Cola, Charles Lazat, Richard Doyle, come on down. Marshals will be Buggy Late Model. There's 6 of them. Let's get on out there. Gator, Mike Raines, Brandon Vasquez, Bradley, Phil, Steve. All right, looking for 2 more marshals. Looks like most of my drivers are out there just about ready to go. Got a check in from Cola, Charles, and Richard so far. Looking for Mr. Luke. Bradley's out there. Thank you, sir. All right, gentlemen, turn them loose. You got about just over a minute on the clock. Once again, Mr. Wags did put a little moisture down. Try to keep the track together. So his first race might be a little slick. We'll see. like it's soaking in pretty quickly. Don't forget, early days in Florida summer here. Stay hydrated. All right, gentlemen, last call for any adjustments. Last call for any adjustments. The order for this one is going to be Luke Smith, John Cola, Charles Lazer, and Richard Doyle. Mr. Brandon and Steve, gentlemen, please take your positions. About to get ready to rock and roll. Once again, Luke, John, Charles, and Richard. Richard, you're fourth. Keep up. Let's go, guys. Roll it off. Here we go. Current TQ set by Wags 35,402. Oh, Charles with the hip check in there, and then John gets beat up by Richard. Caution out of 2, stay high out of 2, high out of 2. And we're clear. Oh, Richard testing out the not so soft walls out there. I think he went straight on. It looks like he's having receiver issues. Flip it over, turn it off, one of the two. At the line with 55 seconds down, 3:05 to go. Luke Smith on a 38-lap run here. That is ahead of TQ by 3 laps. Charles in second on a 32-lap run right now with a fast lap of a 5.93. Got a little too much front end grip there. That thing is just yanking around going into turn 1. Luke out there in that black-sided blue and fluorescent yellow. We're not sure what else in there. That's the caution 3. Oh, that's not good. Caution in 3. Looks like the body post has come off that one too. Brandon, see if you can't get that body post before it goes flying. Thank you, sir. Hopefully a simple fix. Couple squirts of CA in that hole and glue it back together, maybe. 2 to go, halfway. Luke Smith showing the way here on a 38-lap run. We don't know if he changed his car or the tracks are starting to come to him or not. Mr. Cola back 2 laps at the line on a 34-lap pace, going to improve to 3rd overall. Up next, SoCal Bomber Heat 2, next group. For Charles, we can't be crossing the track in the middle of the race. Mike Raines, Chad Lazard, Jason Wagner, Tim Emery. $120 to go. Luke down to a 6-0. Cole with a 6-1. These boys picking it up a notch here. They were doing these about 10 laps ago. 20 seconds. Now John beating the old TQ as well. He's on a 35 lap pace, 4:01. Luke still showing the way on a 38 lap pace here. Let's see if he can actually finish out. That is time, drivers. Race it out, race it out. Cola is done. Here comes Luke, setting a new TQ, 38.404. Cola with 35.4 flat. Almost had a 36 lap run there. Gonna put it second overall right now. Charles out after 11, Richard out after 5, unfortunately for them. Charles, is it bad or is this a glue and screw? I will say the baking soda trick you see on those YouTube or Facebook shorts with the glue and the baking soda or whatever it is, that does work. You actually put a little, like in your case, if the threads are stripped out, you would put a dab or two of glue in the bottom. You'd pour some baking soda in there, then dab of glue, and more baking soda, dab of glue. Then you can re-tap it, and boom, you're good to go. I've done that on my B3 transmission case. Gentlemen, slow the cars down. Looking for Mr. Rains to get checked in, and my marshals. I see 2 out there. Mr. Cola's heading out there. Gentlemen, pace speed only under red flag conditions. Ciao, Chad. Michael's going to take you out there with his scooter. All right, gentlemen, we have marshals in the infield. Turn them loose. You got 90 seconds on that clock. Remember, we do this to hopefully keep your car in one piece. And hopefully so you guys don't run over the marshals when they're crossing the track. And these boys all got a lot of steering out there. All right, guys, looks like Gator's been building cars over there today, so he's got one he wanted to throw out here and see how it does. Just wait till we get to that tech table. I'm kidding. All right, gentlemen. I get one marshal down at the far end, help out Mr. Cola down there. That'd be great. Thank you, Phil. Really appreciate it. All right. The order is Mike Rains. Oh, I'm checking this over. Mike. No, that's incorrect here. Sorry. It's There we go. All right, everybody checking in one more time. It's going to be Jason leading us off, followed by Mike Rains, Tim Emery, Chad Lazat, Gator Heiss. Let's roll off in that order, gentlemen. We'll get it checked in here in just a minute. Jason, Mike, Tim, Chad, and Gator. And here we go. Go, go, go. Remember, you're not on the clock till you cross that line. Caution and one, caution and one. I'm going to Gravedigger his way out of that one. All right, Gator and Jason battling out here. 38 lap pace between them. Whoa, caution and two, and it's clear. Chad in third right now. Reigns in fourth. Tim in fifth. Like the wind's picking up here a little bit. That's going to change things. Some people are probably happy. I would be if I was out there, but I'm in the hot box here, doing my version of Cool Hand Luke. What's that? I do have AC, but it's not keeping anything cool in here, I can guarantee you that. $145 down, $215 to go. Gators showing the way. Whoa, something happened there. Chad doing the McTwist. Well, didn't quite land it. I would have gave it a 4 out of 5 if he landed it. Gator, Wags back 5.8 at the line. Chad in third, down a couple laps. Mike Reigns behind him by 1.2. Tim back just about a lap in fifth right now. $45 seconds. Whoa. Caution and one, caution and one. Ooh. Gator and Wags battling out here. Were anyways. Looks like Wags back a lap at the line with 10 seconds to go. That is time, drivers. Race it out, race it out. Looking for Tim to finish out here. Everybody else is done. Where's he at? There he is. All right, shut it down. Gator taking it 38.401. New TQ by 3 seconds. Wags with 36, going to put it third overall. Chad improving his time to 7th overall by 1 spot. 32 laps there for him. Mike with 31. Tim with 30. Short course late model. Come on down. Looking for Gator, Luke, Charles, John, Mike, and Mark. All right, looks like we're taking a pause for the cause. All right, gentlemen, let's get them down and check them in. Looking for our marshals from that last race. Looking for Wags, Chad, Tim, and a volunteer. Thank you, Mr. John. Oh, come down to the south end here. Tim will take the infield, and then Mr. Chad can argue with Wags over who's got what. All right, gentlemen, roll them off. Got a minute on the clock. Oh, we got a Kurt Flufflin too. All right, the order is Gator, Luke, Charles, John, Mike, and Mark. Once again, Gator, Luke, Charles, John, Mike, and Mark. Here we go. All right, it's Gator, Charles, John Carpenter, top three ahead of the current TQ, Luke Smith, Mike Raines, Mark Gagne, bottom three right now. Everybody improving their qualifying time at the moment. Caution 3, go high into 3. And we are clear. Halfway, just about halfway, drivers. Gator, Charles, and John Carpenter ahead of the old TQ here. Gator with a 5-3, Charles 5-6, Carpenter 5-9, Rain 6-0, Luke 5-9, Mark 6-0. Oh, Charles tight on the inside of turn 4, up on 2 wheels. Carpenter 5-7 now, last time by. Gator and Charles separated by about 2 laps there. Make that just over a lap. Both ahead of the old TQ set by Gator at 39 laps. So Gator on a 42, Charles on a 40. Carpenter on a 39.4 flat. He's right in there to get back on that TQ pace. Luke Smith back a lap in 4th right now. Make that 4.9 seconds. Mike Raines back a lap and change in 5th. On a 37-lap run, improving his time. And Mark Gagne on a 32-lap run, improving his time. Everybody still in the green here, right, Meow? Oh, we got Mayhem down the back straight. Stay low in the back. Stay low in the back. Mr. Bradley throwing himself over the wall there to get that one. Wags tried to get to it. 8 seconds. Now Carpenter up to 2nd. Charles back 4 seconds in 3rd. That is time, drivers. Race it out. Race it out. Olay! Watch out. Caution in 2, guys. Stay low through 2. Wags is trying to break an ankle. And shut it down. Shut it down. Gator taking it 42.404. Carpenter with 39. Charles with 39. Back 6 seconds and change. Luke with 38. Mike with 37. All those guys improving their time. And Mark fell off there right at the last lap or 2. Still finished with 30, though. Sportsman, come on down. All right. Let's get our sportsman checked in here. Chris is good to go. Pat's good to go. George is good to go. Mr. Carpenter's good to go. Looking for Richard and Mark. Here they come. No rush, guys. No rush. We're good. Oh, Mr. George made a body adjustment there, and hopefully that's sorted out at least some of the problems. I'm just looking for Richard and my marshals. Where are they at? Mr. Charles is already out there. Where's the rest of them? They're all on double secret probation. We need Mr. Gator out there to marshal. John is in this race. Charles is out there. Luke is sort of out there. Mike Obviously, you can't do that. And Mr. Marks in this race. All right, Mr. Luke, get back to position, please. We're going to turn these boys loose. Roll them off, gentlemen. I'm going to give you a couple extra seconds here. Carpenter's happy with what he got. He's like, I'm bringing it for these boys this round. I'm going to save it. He's going to look for timeout today. Oh, the secret sauce right there, huh? All right, gentlemen, let's get them in order. It's going to be Chris, John Carpenter, Richard Doyle, Mark, Pat, and George. All right, didn't I have one more out? Bradley, jump in the infield, please. Come in the infield, please. Thank you, sir. We should be good with that. These boys are moving relatively well. We got a couple guys down here. Mr. Bradley can take everything down there. He's still doing the shuttle run in school, okay? This is perfect for that. And if you guys aren't, we have to have a talk. All right, once again, Chris, John, Richard, Mark, Pat, and George. Everything's looking good. A little more pace there, Chris. Here we go. Remember, guys, it doesn't matter until you cross that line either way. Oh, Carpenter give Chris the what for. He's paying the price. He's waiting for him. Good job, guys. Appreciate the sportsmanship. And Mark's going to get in on the deal. Poor Chris getting mugged out here today. It's all right. Plenty of time, Chris. Plenty of time. Mark trying to get back to some off-road routes there. Jumping the pipe. All right, for 45 seconds at the line. Richard Doyle showing the way out there in the all-orange. Carpenter in second by 5.3. Loyakona in third by 3/4 of a second. Chris back 3 seconds in fourth. Mark 0.6 to fifth. And George 0.7 to sixth. Oh, we got Mayhem out of 2. Mayhem in 3. Oh, it almost lands it. Caution in 3 and 4, and we're clear. Still Richard, Carpenter, Chris, Pat. All 4 separated by 1.8 seconds out there. Now Markin getting in on this. Caution in 2, caution in 2. Caution out of 2, stay high through 2, driver, stay high through 2. Well, go low through 2. Remember, marshals, pick the cars up out of the way. You can put them on the exit of the corner for best results. Pat, you got to get down and groove before you get on that throttle. You got to roll into it. Oh, Carpenter jumping into the infield, parks it underneath the chair. Well, he was in the lead there with a 5-2 last time by. I don't know if that was legit or he caught the loop from the other side of the caution. 2, stay low through 2. Driver, stay low through 2. And we're clear at the line. Still Richard with a 6.4 new fast lap. 1:15 to go. Mark in second, back 2.2. Richard back less than a tenth in third. Chris 6.2 in fourth, caution in 1. Pat in fifth by not quite a lap here, and George back a couple more in sixth. Pat new fast lap 6.8 that time by. George, new fast lap, 6.8. Oh, I'm hearing some Lexan out there. Caution in two, caution in two. Guys, you're not going to throttle out of a slide here. These aren't real cars. You got way more power. You gotta remember, we got a V12 and a VW. You're just gonna break the tires loose no matter what. 5 seconds. Race it out, drivers, race it out. Carpenter's done, Thompson's done, gone, y'all. Richard looking for Pat and George, looking for Pat to finish out here and shut it down. Carpenter gonna hold on to that one, doesn't improve anything. Mr. Doyle not improving his time with 33 laps. Chris with 32 not improving his time. Mark with Pat with 31, both improving their times, and George with a 28 lap run improving their times. Buggy late model, come on down. Gentlemen, slow those cars down. Pace speed only under red flag. Got people crossing the track, cars crossing the track, going backwards. Once again, that is allowed under red flag here. All right, Mr. Phil and Steve are checked in. Thank you, gentlemen. Looking for Gator, Mike, Brandon, and Bradley. And looks like our marshals are already out there. Really appreciate that, gentlemen. Thank you. Mark stealing my chair again. All right, gentlemen, you can roll them off. You got a minute on the clock. Got marshals out there. Last call for any adjustments. Like everybody's pretty much happy with what they have. All right, marshals, it's time to look alive. The order's gonna be Gator, Mike, Brandon, Bradley, Phil, and Steve. Here we go. Caution in one, go high into one, high into one. And we're clear. Go high into one, drivers, high into one. And we're clear. High into 3, 4, high into 3 and 4. We're clear. All right, at the line, 50 seconds into this, Gator showing the way on a 40-lap run here, about 2 laps on the old time. Mike in second. New fast lap for him, a 6-1. Gator has a 5-8. Bradley in third with a 6-3 so far. Steve back a half a second in fourth with a 6-7, right, Meow? Phil jumping up that fourth now, back 1.1 in fourth. Steve behind him by a quarter second in fifth. Brandon rounding out the field here, about a lap back in sixth. Caution in 1 and 2. And it's clear. Like Mr. Phil's waiting for Mr. Brandon here a little bit, feeling a little guilty. I don't blame him. Guys, it's all right to take a chance, but gotta race others how you want to be raced. And we're clearing 1. It's Gator, Mike, Bradley, Phil, Steve, Brandon at the line here. Almost everybody improving their time. Caution in 2, stay low through 2. Low through 2, drivers. Gator Heist dropping a new fast lap, 5.79 last time by. Stay low down the back, stay low down the back. And Marshall's still out there, guys. And we're clear. Uno momento. Steve, a new fast lap, 6.48 last time by. Mike Raines up to second now. Bradley to third by 2 and a changed. Make that about 3 seconds. Brandon back a little more in fourth. Phil to fifth. Steve in sixth. Bradley, new fast lap, 6.0. Caution out of 4, stay high off of 4, drivers. And we're clear. Mr. Gator dropping a 5.77, new fast lap. 25 seconds to go. That is time, drivers. Race it out. Gator's done. Bill is done. Brandon, Bradley, Mike, looking for Steve. Looking for Steve. He's in turn 2, gentlemen. Still a hot track. Still hot track. Here he comes off turn 4. And shut it down. Gator taking it, set new TQ 39.4 flat. Mike with 37. Bradley 36. Those guys are going to be 1, 2, 3 in the main. Brandon with 34, not improving his time. Bill with a 31 and Steve with 31, both improving their time, but still going to line up 5th and 6th overall. That is it for qualifying. It is 3:33. We're going to do about a 20-minute break here, get started around 3:50. Track will be open for practice for a little while. Mr. Wags will kick you off when he needs to do some maintenance. Once again, about a 20-minute break. All right, guys, we got this Mr. Gator entered late in the bomber. I think we're going to do a B main. We're going to lock 5 in, bottom 4. We'll battle it out. And right now, your bottom 4 in bomber is going to be Charles, Chad, Tim, and Richard. Sorry for the late change there. So that's going to move the bomber A main to pretty much the last race. All right, boys and girls, race order slightly changing. Once again, Ocala Bomber B main will be race 1. That's going to be Charles, Chad, Tim, and Richard. Race 2 will be short course, late model. Race 3 will be the buggy late model class. Race 4 will be sportsman, and the bomber A main will be the last race of the night. Tracks now open for practice. Once again, we're starting the mains at 3:50. All right, boys and girls, let's finish lap run, pull it off. We are behind by 10 minutes. I'm on double secret probation. Mr. Wags, if you're doing anything, the time is meow. All right, boys and girls, about time to get ready to rock and roll. Calabomber, B main, Charles, Chad, Tim, and Richard, get ready to rock and roll. Marshals will be our A mainers. Gator, Luke, Jason, John, and Mike Rains. All right, once again, our marshals will be Ocala Bomber A main, race number 5. Gator, Luke, Jason, John, and Mike. Bomber B main, head to the track. Charles, Chad, Tim, Richard. 3 minutes on the clock. All right, let's get it checked in. Top 2, bump up. Thankfully, nobody in this class is in the buggy late model class, where it would be really tough. All right, Mr. Tim's checked in. Once again, Bomber A Mainers, need you gentlemen start heading out here to Marshall. Where's Cola at? There he is. He's hiding behind the old Mr. Gator or Volunteer either way. Mr. Luke, Mr. Wags. You gentlemen out here to Marshall. Mr. Chad's checked in, looking for Charles and Richard. Two drivers bump up to the A. And in this heat, everybody in this race is a 32 lap pace. Separated by 3 seconds, so 1 straightaway. That's the challenge you boys are going to have today. All right, looking for Mr. Richard. Gentlemen, roll them off. You got about 30 seconds here. All right, has anybody seen Mr. Richard out there? All right, looks like Mr. Richard is out of this one. Something with the receiver wigging out on him. Got marshals out there. Thank you, gentlemen. Mr. Charles making a last-minute adjustment here. So 3-man in or 2-man leave. Remember, they're all on the same lap pace here. And they're separated by less than 2 seconds from first to third. That's how close this one's going to be. Could be. Drivers, remember these conditions. These could be the conditions at the next dirt church. We'll be looking at J Concept Blues or Proline M3s. Or even the S series. I don't remember, well, they're all out there. I don't know if it's S2, S3, or S3, S4. Probably 3 and 4. All right, drivers, as soon as Mr. Charles gets back up there. All right, the order's going to be Charles, Chad, and Tim. Here we go. 3-man enter, 2-man bump up to the A main. Remember, everybody qualified in this class with 32 laps. Got a great battle here now. Tim catching up to Charles. Chad not far behind. Oh, Charles spins it out. Going to the back of the pack. Let's see what happens next time. Ooh, Chad. I don't know if he caught the pipe there. But he went for the McTwist pirouette combo. And Tim in the green car, your leader right meow. Taking it all the way out to the past champions groove there in turn 3 and 4. I saw way too many people putting sauce on their tires for this one. This is not the time to be saucing. I mean, I can understand the rears maybe, but yeah. Charles showing the way again now by 2.1 over Tim in the green car. Chad back a lap at the line. Little hook out of 3. That 3 and 4 is a tough corner with that little rise in the middle of it. Oh, your leader's spinning out in the turn 3. Tim doing the same thing. Nobody wants to win this race. You heard it there halfway. Fast lap, Charles Lazat 5'9", Tim 6'7", Chad 6'2". Race 2, you're up next. Short course, late model. .40 to go. Charles showing the way. Tim back about a lap at the line here. Make that a lap, almost going 2 laps. Still holding on that second place. Chad back 3.4 and third, trying to run them down right now. Green car versus the black and red for that final transfer spot. Whoa! Caution in front straight, caution in front straight. Ooh, and that's a pass for that second spot. Tim's got to get back out there. 10 seconds to go. Chad's just got to keep it clean here right now. 2, 1. Race it to the line. Oh my gosh. Chad gonna take it. Take that second place. Charles taking the victory. Tim finishing out with his new fast lap of a 6.51. Losing it there on the last 2 laps before the race was over. Oh man, that's tough. Charles and Chad, brothers, busting their way up into that A main. All right, short course late model. Let's get them down and get them checked in. Somebody tuning in on the Facebook group here says they wish they could have joined us today. I don't know who that is, unfortunately. That's just a limitation of the Facebook groups. All right. If you're watching online, jump in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from today. Looking for Mr. Luke Smith to check in, and Mr. Charles just came off the track. He's dropping one car and turning on the next one. Actually, he's probably trying to get the other battery back on charge. Give him a extra minute here. Marshals. We're going to need a little help out there today in this one. Tim will be out there. Richard, if he's out there, can definitely use him. Mr. Cola, thank you, sir. And we're going to get one more volunteer. That'd be great. Tim's already out there. Mr. Cola's heading out there. Gentlemen, you can turn them loose. You got 2:15 on the clock. Mr. Rain's trying to get those out of the way before the race. That way he's used up his allotment. I always try to get those wrecks out of the way first. I don't know what the official weather report says, but it's sure darn hot in this building. Says it's 83 with 50% humidity. It just seems way warmer than that right now, especially in here. Is that Mike's car parked kind of in the groove there, Mr. Rain? Thank you, sir. All right. Does anybody see Charles starting to head this way yet? Still got time. Like 10 rounds. He's trying to reach it. Go up on it. Go down on it. Go up on it. All right, giving Mr. Charles a chance here. He's good to go. It's all good, guys. You know, these guys are having to throw a battery back on the charger for the race later on. We're out here having a good time. Hopefully everybody's enjoying themselves for the most part. You know, there's always those challenges of racing, no matter what scale you're at. Take your time, Chad. Take your time, Charles. You guys are good. We'll give Mr. Charles a couple laps out there, and then we'll get going here. Oh, he's saving it for the race. I got my special match set on there. I'm not showing my hand right now. Gator, were you starting in the back of this one? All right, Mr. John Carpenter is going to lead us off, followed by Charles in second, Luke third, Mike fourth, Mark fifth, and Gator's going to the tail of this one. Looks like Mark wants to drag to the back as well. It's all right by me. Here we go. And we're off and running. Oh, Luke almost going firewall deep into Charles there. Whoa, Charles up on two wheels in turn one. It's Carpenter in the lead, Gator in second, Luke third. Carpenter trying to hold his line here, getting up a little high. Gators might be messing with him a little bit here. Oh, doing the over-under. And he gets by him. Gator now taking that lead. Carpenter second. Luke behind him. And that black and white 21 trying to find a way by cleanly. Oh, Carpenter got into Reigns there. Nowhere to go. And he just found the inside pipe. Mr. Luke getting an easy pass on that one. Caution and one, caution and one. Holy moly. Help him out. Put him on the exit. Caution on front straight. Go low on the front straight. Stay low, 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 low. Pull him off. Pull him off. He says he wants off. Thank you, John. It's Gator, John Carpenter, Charles back at the line by 1.1. Good battle for that second spot going on here. Luke in fourth, right behind Charles, giving a little love tap. Trying to find a clean way by. Charles pushing off the corner there, and Luke going to make it happen in 3 and 4. .130 to go. Gator, Luke back 2 laps. Carpenter back 3/10 in third. Charles back 4/10 in fourth. Great battle coming down the back straightaway. All 3 of those cars in order, battling out for the final 2 spots on the podium here. Charles making it past Carpenter again. They're swapping back and forth. Luke in the 21, black and white. Charles in the purple and gray. John in the black, orange, and white. Mr. Gator out there in the lead in that blue, fluorescent yellow, and white. And Mike in the black, silver, and green, number 10 in fifth. 50 seconds to go. Mr. Charles finding a way past Luke there. I don't know what happened. The giant telephone pole in front of me. Hard to see sometimes. Right now, Charles in second with 35 seconds to go. Luke back 9/10. Carpenter behind him by 1.2. Heck of a battle here for that second and third spot. Oh, Luke up on 2 wheels into 1. Carpenter can't capitalize. I think the only reason Luke didn't flip over was the body was keeping it from doing it. 8 seconds. It's like they're going to get 1 more lap. Race it to the line. Luke is done, John is done, Mike is done, Gator's done, and Charles is done. Gator's going to take it 43.403. Charles with 41, Luke with 40, Carpenter missing out by 8/10 there with 40 laps as well. Reigns with 36, and Mark out after 10. Somebody's ringing out there. I can hear that phone going from here. All right, buggy late model. The time is meow. Looking for Gator, Mike Reigns, Bradley Crispino, Brandon Vasquez, Phil Edwards, Steve Vasquez. All right, so far I got check-in from Phil. Again, let's get them out there and checked in. No hot laps, gentlemen. The red light is on. Getting our marshals out there in position. Figure out who we're missing, what we need to fill in here. I know some of these guys are running back to back no matter what. No other way around it, gentlemen. All right, so far Mike, Bradley, Phil, and Steve are checked in. Mr. Brandon, if you're out there, one more time. And Brandon's stuck against the pipe. All right, who's my marshals from that last one? Gators in this race. Charles is out there. Luke is out there. Looking for Mr. Carpenter, Mr. Mark. There's Mr. Mark. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Wags is going to help out somewhere else down there. Thank you, sir. Oh, you're going to blow it off. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to pause for the cause here. Oh, no. My car fan is running down my battery. And now Steve's transmission probably has a half a pound of dirt in the ball diff. If it's a little crunchy after that, you'll know why. All right, just looking for a check-in from Gator. Everybody else is good to go. All right. Where are my marshals at? Gentlemen, need you out there ASAP. Because these boys are ready to turn some hot laps here. Red light's on, guys. I need my marshals. Come on out, please. There's Luke. There's Carpenter. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to give you 30 seconds here. Oh, 35 seconds. Turn them loose. All right. All right, gentlemen, can't wait forever. We still got things to do. I still got to go get all the awards. Still got photos. All right, gentlemen. I think everybody's still out there. The order's going to be Mike Raines, Bradley Crispino. Uh-oh. Unplug it if you can. Well, I don't think Mr. Phil's making this one. Hot enough to melt the solder. It took care of itself. All right, looks like Phil, we were just talking about speed controls and motors, and if I'm not mistaken earlier. That was an old Novak Ballistic, guys. That thing's probably 10 years old. So, Mr. Sticks, I'm sure has some deals for you in the hobby shop. Sorry, man. We've all been there. All right. Now that our nasal passages have been violated or cleared up, however it goes, once again, Mike Raines, Bradley Crispino, Brandon Vasquez, Steve Vasquez, and Gator Heiss in that order, gentlemen. And now Brandon is jiggling the handle here. Once again, Mike, Bradley, Brandon, Steve, and Gator. Pro tip or personal belief: once you guys go like 2 full turns on the adjustments, it's time to go a different spring. The old rule of thumb, anyways. Whether it's true these days or not. Uh-oh, he's not gonna. Oh, if you can jiggle the handle, do it, but. What's wrong with it? Oh gosh. Are my sportsman drivers ready? If my sportsman drivers are ready, we can flip-flop races right now. All right, we'll be extremely generous today. 3 minutes on the clock for sportsmen. Come on down, Chris Thompson, John Carpenter. Richard's out of this one. Mark Gagnon, Pat Loyacona, George Bronick. Come on down. We'll figure out our marshals here in just a second. I know Mr. Carpenter's in this race. Everybody else should be good to go. All right, Chris is checked in, Carpenter's checked in, Mark's checked in, Pat's checked in, and George is good to go. Like it's time for me to get some new wires out there. I shouldn't be getting loop pickups by the coax line. All right. Once again, I need my marshals out there in position. Charles is out there. I need Luke out there. All right, needs him. I need somebody in infield right meow. Mark is in this race. Could use a volunteer or two. Need Thank you, Steve. All right, gentlemen, we're going to turn you guys loose. And we'll get one more down the far end here in just a moment. Thank you, Mr. Bradley. Appreciate it. All right. Last chance for any adjustments. Looks like everybody's happy with what they got. Some guys are wishing they had the Mexican sombrero on to keep the sun out of the eyes even better. It is a little windy. It'd probably flop down in front of your face. You won't be able to see, but looks funny anyways. I'm saying this because I have one or had one. So, all right. The order is Chris Thompson, John Carpenter, Mark Gagne, Pat Loyacona, George Bronick. Let's roll it off. Here we go. Oh, false start, guys. False start. All right, keep them in order. Chris, John, Mark, Pat, and George. We're giving Pat a reprieve. It's his first time back in like 3-4 months. Next time he's going back to the back. Once again, Chris, John, Mark, Pat, and George. All right, we'll try it again this time. Bye. Here we go. And we got a clean start. Great battle between Chris and John down the back straightaway. Mud Boss versus Street Stock. Oh, slicing and dicing around Mark. Chris Thompson, 5'9". He's running the hot lap tire out there. John down the inside, not quite getting it done. Woo, he's got some power in that BL2 system. Chris is like, I shouldn't have changed the gearing. They're having at it, though. Great battle here. Pat in third. And I think Mark might have just passed him for that third spot. Yes, that is the case. Mark in that white 56, Pat in the white, red, and black number 88. George out there in the slash truck. Looking a little better this round. Looks like he's made some adjustments. Oh, roll it over in two. Steve behind you. Vasquez behind you. Turn two, turn two. Steve is off in La La Land. Carpenter back to the lead now, according to my clock here. Chris behind him by 2.2. Like Chris dropped a 7.5 and a 6.9 a couple laps ago, and Mr. Carpenter just got past him. Run some low to mid sixes for the most part here. Carpenter with a 6.1 fast lap. Thompson with a 5.9. Carpenter answering back with a 6.0. Gagne just dropped a 5.9. He's back 2 laps in third right now. Loyacona back 6.8 and 4, trying to get on that final podium spot. Mr. George with a 6.5 fast lap so far. I think that might be a personal best. $1:15 to go. Carpenter over Thompson at the line by 4.6. Carpenter, oh, Charles went for the kick save, almost flipped him over. Ooh, your leader and George getting into it. Got one here in turn 4. Uh-oh. Looks like Gagne might. We got steering, we got throttle. Nothing. He's going to, steering. Might be jiggling the handle somewhere. And nothing. Just set it aside. Caution in 4. Caution in 4. Good job by Marshall getting the car out of the way. Just set him down. Charles, return your position. Fortunately for Mark, he'll get it. "15 seconds. Carpenter holding on to the lead at the line by 9/10. 10 seconds to go. Looks like we're going to get at least one more lap here, maybe two. Tad up to the third now after Mark having a kerfluffle. And that is time. Racing to the line. Chris is done. George is done. Your victor, John Carpenter, taking that one. 38.406. Chris with 37. Missed it by less than a second for that extra lap. Pat Loyacona coming out of nowhere to take third. Back on the podium. First time out. George with 29. Mark out after 28. All right, we're going to jump back to race 3 here. Buggy late model. Let's bring them on back out. I'll have the guys who just raced Marshall. All right, Mr. Chris is out there. Carpenter's out there. Like George is out there. Buggy late model. Let's get him down and checked in. All right, hopefully Brandon's got it fixed. Now he's on double secret probation. We still got our big show up later. Ocala Bomber A Main. Getting Buggy late model down and check him in. All right, drivers, let's get them down, checked in, and turn them loose. Forget, boys and girls, we got podium pictures after all this. I still got to go get the awards. Mr. Phil, unfortunately, gets to watch everybody. Don't tell me you're trying to come back out here after that. I think it goes up in smoke. And he's got a car out here. We're not sure what it is. Uh-oh. The problems continue. Battery issue in the radio now. Might be a sign. Wait a second. Are you throwing Tim's car out there in the buggy late model class for the main? No, it's yours? Okay, that don't matter. I mean, I'm just curious. I was going for radio batteries. All right, Mr. Brandon still trying to get it going. Gentlemen, once again, I can't wait forever, unfortunately. I'd love to have everybody out there. But I do have to do other things yet today. What extent that is, I don't know yet. Mr. Brandon throwing the body clips on right now. Is that the same car, same speedo, or what? Speed control? Okay. Yeah. I'm surprised you turned it around that fast, so. Which speed control is it? Is that a hobby wing? It won't be too bad. Simple solution. Phil? Simple solution, put a little trim in the throttle. You don't have to worry about the drag brake then. Just need one click, should be fine. Never hits the 0 then. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna put 30 seconds on the clock, turn them loose. Brandon doesn't win this one. Oh no, don't tell me all that. Same thing, something else? Didn't get it centered right. Well, we tried, guys. Apologies, it's just how it goes. All right, I need one more in the infield, please. Help us out here, jump on out there. I don't remember who's supposed to be out there, but let's get somebody out there. We got to get moving here. Thank you, Mr. Mark. All right, the order for this one's going to be Mike Raines, Bradley Crispino, Phil Edwards, Steve Vasquez, and Gator Heiss going to the tail. I remember, guys, 3 feet apart. Here we go. Caution in 3 and 4, caution 3 and 4. And it's Bradley showing the way down the front straightaway in that white and black, number 5, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Gator hot on his tail by less than a quarter of a second. Try to get down the inside there, and Bradley shuts the door. Mike Raines back 1 second and third in that black, silver, and green, number 10. Steve Vasquez in fourth, running a super late model out here today, trying to get some track time with it, figure it out. Mr. Phil coming back after smoking a Speedo. In fifth right now. Looks like it's got a little more work to do to get it back to where he was. That's all right. He's having fun, hopefully. Gator with a 5.8 last time by. Mike Raines in second now. Bradley to third. Phil dropping a 6.1 previous lap. Caution out of 4. Good sportsmanship, gentlemen. Uh-oh, caution on the front straight. Stay low, stay low. And looks like Steve just trying to get back in line there. Caution 3 and 4, and Bradley spinning out there a little bit. Looks like Steve might be catching him here. Almost halfway, driver's caution in 2, and we're clear. Halfway. Like Mr. Phil's making an adjustment, trying to get that thing handling a little better. Vasquez, Steve with a 5.98. Gator finding a 5.5 out there somewhere. Reigns with a 6.0, Bradley with a 5.8 last time by, and Mr. Steve with a 5.9, and Phil with a 6.1. Caution out of 2, caution out of 2. Gravedigger, go high in 3, high in 3, high in 3, high in 3. Uh-oh, looks like Steve's got an issue. Excuse me, Gator's got an issue. Caution of 1, high in 1. Check for a body rub there, anything? Left rear fender. There you go. And, oh, he gets into Phil on accident. Oh, looks like Steve has an issue as well. He's pulling it off. Gonna jiggle the handle, hopefully. Just a reminder, gentlemen, metal on metal with RC cars and anything else in life, a little dab of Loctite. Blue, not red. Never red. And don't use the junky wrenches on them. You got to have a real good tip on those. They don't waller out or snap off. 25 seconds to go. Mike Reigns to the lead here. Bradley and Sagan. Gator behind him by less than a second now. Gator now jumping to the lead there. Mike and Bradley behind him by 1.1 total. Down the front straightaway they go. 5 seconds. But Gator might recover here to take this one. Oh! Race it to the line. Gator's done. Mike's done. Brad's done. Phil is done. Phil testing out the turn 4 wall there on the front straightaway. Shut it down. Gator taking it 38. Mike with 38. Bradley with 38. All right, Ocala Bomber A main, the big show tonight. One more race, then you can get out there. Oh, come here a second. All right, boys and girls, if you just got off the driver's stand, time to marshal. One way or the other, we got 7 cars in this one. It's the big show tonight. I need my buggy late model guys out there to marshal. Mr. Phil's out there already. Looking for Mr. Steve, Mr. Brandon, Mr. Bradley, and I think that might cover this. And Mr. Bradley, take the probably take the infield for now. We'll get Mr. Phil down here in the south end. All right, gentlemen, we're looking for our Lazats here. I'm going to turn you guys loose. Get some hot laps in. And Rain's going for the takeout already. Man, you boys gotta lay off all that tire sauce. I don't think it's helping you right now. Harder track does not mean softer tires are gonna work better. Harder track, harder tires. All right, looking for a couple more check-ins here from Charles and Chad when they get ready. And is Mr. Phil out there anywhere? I need him at the south end of the track here to Marshall. Oh, he's down the north end. Okay, Mr. Steve, I need you out here. Ooh, watch that front straight, guys. Mr. Steve, I need you out here, please. Or another volunteer. Either way, we need to get this one done. All right, Brandon's going to slide down. Steve will jump in the infield. Hopefully he's not daydreaming this time. Got to get those in while I can, you know. I've been there. Remember, anything I'm making fun of you about, I've done. Wow, Wags. Trying to take out my Marshall. Wags is like, I've had my ankle busted. He can have one too. Take that. All right, gentlemen, the order is Luke Smith, I'm assuming. Jason Wagner, John Cola, Mike Raines, Charles Lazat, Chad Lazat, and Mr. Gator said he's going to the tail of this one. All right, pick up the pace, Luke, a little bit. Ain't got all day for this. Not that fast. Let's slow down a smidge. Thank you. Here we go. And Luke tried to put it in the infield already. Rain's getting his elbow out there, putting a hurting on somebody, paid the price. You guys just slow down a little earlier, hug that groove down by the pipe. You'd be good to go down, and then about 3 feet off the pipe on the front straightaway. It's Gator showing the way. Wags in second by 1.8. Gator in that blue, white, and fluorescent yellow, number 15. Wags in the dark blue, 78. Rocking that scorpion on the tail, spinning out in turn 4. Cole in the all orange, number 5 in third. Luke in fourth. Luke rocking the black, blue, green, yellow, we're not sure. Charles in the purple and gray. In fifth, Mike Raines. Caution off 4, stay high to 4, high to 4. Leader's tangled up as well, and he's clear. Luke to 6 now. Chad in 7th in the black and red. Like, Chad might be pulling off there, not sure if he's got a steering issue or what. Caution 1, high in 1, stay high or low in the 1 now. Driver's low in the 1. Like Chad has pulled it off. Gator showing the way on a 39 lap pace. Cola up to second now in that orange car. Where's Wags? Wags not far behind him. 1.8 at the line. Luke Smith back. Like he's back a lap right now in 4, trying to get back onto that podium here. Rocking a 44.04 right now. Gator dropping a 5.7. Cole with a 6.2. Wag 6.2. Luke 6.2. Mike 6.4. Charles 6.2. Chad 6.9. Battle between Cole and Wagner, 9/10 apart down the back straightaway. That orange. Just about 1 minute to go. Gator, John, Cola, Wagner battling out for that second spot. Luke still back 4.8, trying to reel him in here. Cola going wide off of 4. Wag's back up almost a lap. Luke still trying to run down Wags. He's 2 seconds behind him for that final podium spot. That dark blue car versus the black car with the green or yellow wheels on it. Oh, Luke spinning out in turn 4. 3 seconds behind him now. Wags tightening it up here, trying to keep it clean. Caution out of 4. Oh, Luke getting tangled up. That's going to cost him a chance. When you cross the line, you are done. Looking for Gator to finish out here and shut it down. Gator taking it 40 and 405. Cola with 37. Wags 36. Those are you guys on the podium. Luke with 35. Reigns with 33. Charles and Chad out early on there. Car's just not quite handling. That is it for the oval program tonight, gentlemen. We are going to take some podium pictures here in just a few minutes. So I'll be out there with the awards here in just a moment. I want to thank all our people for coming out today. It's a beautiful day out. A lot of options for racing, and you picked Newred Hobbies. I appreciate it. We will see you guys next Saturday indoor for our 4th Saturday of the month indoor oval race. And for all our live stream viewers, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you later today, possibly with the off-road program. We'll see what we got. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you then.